Okay, so the song by J-Hope, it's called Sweet Dreams, and it's featuring Miguel. That song was very significant. Alright, I cleanse the energy within and around me. I ask for concise and accurate messages from the highest gods and goddesses of love and light. Okay, this song is featuring Lil Baby. It's called Always and Forever. It's by Mariah Scientist. I know you noticed I changed, but I'll be your woman always. Forever, always, always and forever. But two, I guess. Two, okay. You could be seeing flies. You could be dressing your hair up, like accessories for hair, like bows or what is the message here for the collective? Aesthetic energy. We got the claw. It says, be careful. Do not take risk. All right. Tell me more about this energy. That's crazy. I never really see the claw energy come out. All right, so let's turn that down a little bit. So the claw energy, it says, be careful, do not take risk, okay? A large claw suspended from a sky that is filled with thunderclouds appears in front of the querist. This card is a warning for you to take extra care during this time frame indicated, and under no circumstances should you take any kind of risk. Because if you do, you may experience some type of tower moment with the tower energy coming out. With the forest out here, it says muddled, unclear thinking. So when you're operating from a space of muddled, unclear thinking, you don't want to take any risk, okay? Because this may interfere with some type of solid foundation or success with effort. Or when it comes to a solid foundation and success with effort, be careful, do not take risk. All right? Especially if something is unclear. If you're thinking or whatever is unclear. Maybe you can pass that message on to somebody who may be experiencing that whenever you see them. Okay. But if you're seeing this, maybe you are meant to see it. Here's some more message regarding this energy. Thank you for double tapping the screen. Alright, what else is going on with this? Be careful, do not take risk energy. Ooh. Your sacral chakra may not be balanced, and there may be some reflection that you need to do. You're needing to use your wisdom. It says, this divine connection is the bridge waiting to be crossed. So it could be talking about a connection. It could be talking about some type of solid foundation. And then we got Tink, Count on You coming on with the cards success and wealth. So for some of you guys, this can be based on success, wealth, solid foundations, relationships. It really all depends on you, what it may be referring to. Confirm more of this. Be careful. Do not take risk energy. Gossip. Confirm or just be careful. Do not take risk. Confirm gossip. Alright, don't lower your vibrations. Don't take risk on certain relationships that don't serve your highest good, that may not be a solid foundation. Be mindful of gossip. Gotta be ready, 'cause it gets so. Alright, confirm this. Be careful. Do not take risks. What is this referring to? Yeah, could be referring to a connection for sure. Somebody's confused on if somebody is a soulmate or their true partner. And if you're confused with anything, don't take certain risks. Can I count? Can I count? Somebody want to know if they can count on you, or you want to know if you can count on somebody. All right, something may be having the potential to be successful with effort, or some type of solid foundation is here. But when you have muddled, unclear thinking, you could self-sabotage, or maybe you could be unclear of what your intuition or spiritual team is trying to show you. So just be careful. Do not take risks. Take this time to connect with your highest self. Maybe there's something you need to release. Maybe this is a time of releasing, especially if you have like this muddled, unclear thinking going on. You need to relax the mind, clear the mind. Something needs to be cleared and released. Yeah, regret and doubt is coming out. There's some regret. There's some doubt. Tell me more about this energy. Yeah, you need to free yourself from regret and doubt. All right, it says, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. We got 4 bats coming on. It's called Madman. Jongsy, stop. Any more messages regarding this situation? $555 on the clock. Yeah, imagination is coming out in the reverse. So maybe your inner child has been affected. Maybe your imagination, your wishful thinking. You gotta think more positive. You gotta believe that things can happen for you. Yeah, you need to get your self-esteem up. You gotta know that you're abundant. Maybe for some of y'all who are in these love relationships, if you're needing to just be friends with people, then I feel like you should go ahead and do that. Just be honest, regardless of whatever the case may be. All right, let's see. My tattoos, birth date, death date, and Roman numerals. This says blessed and highly favored. Still I rise. All right, any more messages for the collective regarding this situation? Yep, self-esteem. So confirm this, be careful, do not take risks. Maybe it's something you're telling yourself. You know how you maneuver through life and you start being more doubtful, regretful, a little hesitant, right? You can start losing sight of your inner child, your imagination. This keeps you in the energy of self-limitation, restriction. Maybe it's time for you to forgive. Okay? You don't want to proceed through life as a traumatized being who lacks forgiveness, imagination, who's just, I feel like you need to find your happiness again. Say the things that you've never said. Open that throat chakra up. And the color blue is on. And look, this looks blue, but it's purple, but it got blue in it. It says trust. Sometimes you just need to trust. Stop manifesting the opposite in your reality. All right? You got worry and doubt here. There's nothing to worry about. Stop doubting things. Take risks. But if you know your intuition is telling you, hey, let's not proceed this route, then don't proceed that route. But at the same time, maybe your intuition is off and you're a little worried about something that you really shouldn't be worried about, which is going to hinder you from proceeding with something that could actually be a success and a solid foundation. And this could be in the form of wealth, relationship, just success overall in different forms of your life, right? So this song is Mooney Long, Things I Never Said. But I'm going to go ahead and skip it. Janae Aiko, Living Room is not coming on. Alright? People who are like family to you or family could be significant. Aries energy could be significant. Any more messages for the collective regarding this situation? But yeah, I'm seeing a solid foundation and success with effort. But with all this muddled, unclear thinking going on, you will do great justice to be careful to not take risks. Because like I said, operating in this energy is probably not the best. This can also involve you and a younger man. All right? Dealings or relationship with a younger man. Even when it comes to people gossiping, I feel like when you are unclear about something and you don't know if something is good for you or if you should pursue it, and you're having doubts and regrets and need to forgive and all this stuff going on, you do better like trying not to rush into something and taking your time with something, right? Putting effort into something. I feel like you're a being of mysticism, all right? Or something is very mystic about this situation. So I feel like you could be very, like we talked about self-esteem. So if somebody comes and gossip, or if you see a reading, like these different things can hinder you. So don't risk looking at tarot readings when you know that you may not be in the best energy to receive them. Do not risk being around people who are negative, who gossip, etc., when you know that they may be able to project on your mind. When you're already going through enough mentally, you're very vulnerable to intake things that may not even be meant for you, and you may internalize it or consume it. Any more messages regarding this do not take risk energy? It says a path with money is waiting for you to find it. And it was coming out in the reverse a little bit. Find the money path. Everything is not about money, but just be mindful. All right? Don't go the short route, because I'm seeing a short journey. And then I'm also seeing increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. I'm seeing a stubborn, aggressive person. Maybe you're the stubborn, aggressive person, or maybe it's another individual. But this can be holding you back from wealth, internal wealth, or external. All right? It says an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. Someone will gossip about all your secrets. Success assured with good plans and hard work. So be mindful. There go that gossip energy again. Confirm this gossip. Confirm this gossip. This is coming out way too much. The month of May. The month of May is where Tauruses and Geminis are born. So maybe this can tie to a Taurus or Gemini, or maybe just the month of May. For next year or this year could be very significant. Maybe even last year. Confirm this gossip energy. Yeah. It's steady talking about work, achievement, and success. Maybe somebody is gossiping about your work, achievement, and success. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Confirm gossip. We got creation. So yeah, somebody's just creating some type of gossip, or know that you can create your life. Your life doesn't have to be filled with gossip and he say, she say, and projections. Like that's why we seeing the death energy. Like some of you guys, you just need to release certain things, let go of certain things, whether it's negative mindsets or people, right? Said you want to be close to me. Yeah. Somebody want to be close to you. And you probably like, sure. Or somebody's probably holding on to you and your energy. I wanna be fresh on you. This song is by Sonder. It's called Searching. Alright, confirm mysticism. We got expansion. Yep, it's time to expand. Expand back into the spirituality of things, right? Alright, tell me more about this. Be careful, do not take risk energy. Release rejection. Release the victim mentality. I feel like you've always been persevering and steady pushing through things, but you may not have gotten the best reward from it. You may not realize the growth behind it. So it's just like, shift your perspective, pay attention to the deeper meaning of things. Okay, this is most definitely talking about your wealth, and wealth doesn't just have to be finances, but we are most definitely talking about your finances, your success within work, career, finance. All right, and we're also talking about success within love, relationships, right? There's a younger man here that is coming out in your reading. Some of you guys may be experiencing this right now. Some of you guys will experience it in divine timing. All right, but I am seeing a tower here. Something that may happen out of the blue. At times it could be very destructive or chaotic to your mind, body, soul, or whatever the case may be. All right. This can also be a good tower moment, right? Something that you don't expect. But when it comes to you having this muddled and unclear thinking, do not take risk. You want to be careful when it comes to the risk that you do take, right? Because as I told you, operating from a form of lacking imagination, needing to free yourself from the past hurt or pessimism, projections of other people, negative people, gossip. You gotta like let certain things go in order to rebuild, right? I feel like this is the time when things are getting torn down, knocked down, whether it's ego, whether it's you no longer being who you used to be, okay, your whole complete life being different. Things are trying to deprogram, to reprogram, or maybe that's what you're encouraged to do. Things are breaking down to be rebuilt, right? But you can't bring the past like emotions that came with the new life, the new journey, the new experience, the new whatever. Like, yes, you've experienced that, and it may have hindered your inner child. Now all of a sudden you have doubts and regrets and like all these things, but you didn't have those things before until things didn't really go as planned, or they just happened out of the blue for you. So now it's like you're in this space to where you have like unclear thinking. It's like you're just not You just need to do some mental work. And you need to open your throat chakra. You also need to trust and have forgiveness, because for carrying resentment is never really doing anything for you, right? It says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. You're not going to be able to love. And what is love? It's God, right? That's all a part of God energy. So you want to be connected with self, with the God within you. And if you believe that God is outside of you, then the God outside of you, the universe, whatever you believe in, right? But how are you able to do that if you still need to let go and release certain things? So this would be a good time to journal, like getting everything out, right? This would be a time to maybe talk, release things out of your throat that you want to say the things you want to say. Anything on your brain, write it down. Maybe do some meditation. All right, just freeing yourself from this space, this energy, because you have the power to create the life that you want to live. It doesn't have to be filled with unclear thinking and gossip and negative people and, insecurities. You can change that, but you just have to actually put in effort to change it. If you're not making a practical approach to these things, then it's going to remain, right? So do that inner child healing, do that shadow work, do that journaling, get some mental relaxation or rest going, heal the mind, especially the mind, because this is really going to hinder you in your path, your relationships, your success, your money. Got what you need. Yeah, this song is called Feel. It's by Sunder. Okay, maybe you felt a lot of things in your life and it was very detrimental. And you just become this person that some of you guys became numb, some of you guys heartless, some of you guys distant, some of you guys lonely, right? But you can't allow that to define who you are in today's time. You can't allow your experiences to change you for the worst. Okay, it's time to heal those things. It's time to feel and live again. It's time to be happy again. All right, because that's all a part of the destiny. Growth. You got to realize that the things that you've experienced, it just taught you lessons. It helped you grow. It helped you obtain wisdom. It helped you come into the version of yourself that you were meant to come into. Some of you guys are teachers. You didn't know before that you were going to be able to be a spiritual teacher or a tarot reader or giving advice or like all these things. How were you able to do any of those things if you didn't go what you have went through? But you can't let what you went through interfere with who you are now, right? You're no longer in the past time. You're no longer a certain person. Your life is no longer a certain way. Now that you've tapped in with spirituality or the symbolization of reality and just higher power and higher thinking, you have to trust that. You have to trust it, because sometimes going through the dark night of the soul and all these things, you start becoming confused. You start feeling like, is this true? Is that true? Am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? Is this person meant to be in my life? Da da da. Sometimes you just gotta calm down, calm the mind, release the mind, get out of your head, be more positive. All right, dream again. Imagination is really going to be huge for you, and trust in your instinct, because in the space of confusion, you have to rely on your inner guidance. But sometimes even your intuition could seem kind of muddled, like, is this my intuition? Because it's all in your head. Your intuition is really right on point, but you can sometimes you can kind of just feel like something is your intuition, like your intuition is telling you to pursue something, when in reality it's probably telling you to take a break and relax, right? It's just getting things confused because something is not clear, right? Especially your mind. There's a lot of unclear thinking. There's a lot of muddled thoughts. So you're needing to clear this before trying to move forward or pursue anything, because being in this energy, that's why we talk about be careful to not take certain risks, because being in this energy, like, yes, success is here, wealth is here, but at the same time, you may cause yourself tower moments that could have been avoided, right? You wanna be a good friend of me? That Hennessy. Okay, this song is by Summer Walker. It's called Tonight. Tonight could be very significant for whoever, whenever you're seeing this, it could be very significant. All right, but in the midst of confusion, trusting your instincts, and if it's just too unbearable, you're just too confused, try not to take risks during that energy. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much the message that I'm seeing. Yeah, adversity is coming out. It says, I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. All right, so you just got to shift your perspective and work with whatever you're experiencing in your life. Don't let it take you and control you and, you know, destroy you. Like, use things to your advantage. Work smarter, not harder. Like, right? But I'm seeing a short journey. Most definitely. You could try to pursue something, and whole time it probably ends quicker than you expected, because something that was said, wasn't said, done, not done, acted on without clear thinking. Like, it could really be anything, but this message is being given to you ahead of time so you can try to avoid that, because it's really unnecessary to go through these things, right? Sometimes you just gotta get clarity and slow down a bit and clear your thoughts and come back into a more healed space. Emotions, thinking, mind, body, soul, really. Okay? Just increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. All right? Just increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. This may not be something that you see, or this may not be something that you feel, right? But a lot of this energy is talking about work, achievement, and success. The month May is very significant. So like I said, for a lot of you guys, this could be talking about family, relationships, love, success, wealth, career, work, finance, right? All of the above. Now, be mindful, because someone will gossip about all your secrets, right? You say something, people listen. This is signifying the parrot. You got to be mindful on what you be speaking about, who you be feeling comfortable to say it around, right? Because sometimes you may not know any better, because you're not really there yet with your mind. Your mind is all over the place. So the whole time, you probably wouldn't be operating in a certain place if your mind was more healed, right? So you probably just letting loose with your words, and the wrong person hears, and they go and spread that news to someone else. Whether this is at work, a job, like sometimes your instincts is there, it's telling you something, but you probably ignore it, avoid it. Oh, that's a coincidence. Or you just for some reason feel like, no, I'm gonna take this risk anyway. Like, sometimes you gotta trust yourself and your instincts, okay? Now, with the parrot energy coming out here, it says, a gaudy parrot is perched on a tree branch, squawking loudly for everyone to hear. This symbol is warning you to guard your tongue, otherwise someone will be gossiping about all the things you rather keep secret. All right, now with the egg coming out, it says success assured with good plans and hard work. So a lot of this is talking about work, achievement, success. It's just you hear success multiple times. You hear work multiple times. You hear, like, success literally came out 3 times. Like, success is literally 4 times. Success is here 4 times. So if you want to achieve success, trust in your instincts. There's good risk and there's not so good risk. Okay? But with all this unclear thinking you got going on, how will you be able to decipher which is which? So sometimes you just need to chill and clear the confusion and proceed, right? whether it's within relationships, what you say, who you say it to, with certain people you're dealing with in your life, family situations, which is still tied to relationships, whether it's about wealth or money, whether it's about any type of success within any area of your life. Okay? That's pretty much what I'm seeing here. Any last messages for the collective? All right. Look, success again, bruh. It says successfully overcoming a problem. So if you've been experiencing like these little problems or whatever the case may be, you're going to be overcoming it successfully. Whether that's because you shifted your perspective, whether that's because of this, that, like it can be anything, right? Now, if this is future energy, something you have yet to experience, this is a confirmation for you to not even worry about it, because it will be, you will overcome it. All right. And I'm seeing dealings in relationship with an older woman as well. This could be within age or this could be wisdom. So I'm seeing a younger man and an older woman. All right. I'm seeing a goal-oriented person. You could be very much a goal-oriented person. When you have something you want to go after, pursue, you headed for it. You go, you know what I'm saying? Nothing is going to get in your way. And that's good. Especially when it comes to you releasing doubts, adversity, regrets, and all these things, that's good. But when it comes to you being a little bit too, like, I'm trying to get this goal, I'm trying to get this done, sometimes you just got to chill and relax, because sometimes you're not in the best energy to take action, but more in the best energy to just rest and heal something. And then you can proceed, because then you'll be more in alignment and you'll be more understanding on which path to take and which path not to take. Who to trust, who not to trust, who to consider building with, who to consider not building with, what money opportunity you should take, what money opportunity you should decline, right? But sometimes when we have unclear thinking, we can't really tell all the time. We start getting confused. Our intuition is on alert, trying to send us signs. The divine spiritual team is trying to send us signs, but we just can't see, can't think, can't nothing, right? So get those chakras into balance. It's time to just get things into balance and clear out the confusion. All right? But that's pretty much the message I'm seeing. All right? Look, time to act. So some of you guys, you ready to act. Right? So this could be you feeling this way. This could be you saying it's time to act. It's time to act. While whole time it's time to chill. It's time to clear things out. But for others of y'all, confirmation, it is time to act. But in the space of confusion, you need to learn how to decipher what's your intuition and what's unclear thoughts. Okay? Hope this message reaches you at a good time. I hope it makes sense to you. If the message is for you, it will make sense to you. A lot of you guys, once again, this is tied into family matters. Whether it's blood related or family that you're creating yourself. Someone who you feel is family, right? I'm seeing strong emotions, whether it's love or hate. I'm seeing a goal-oriented person. I'm seeing a stubborn, aggressive person. Mind you, this could be your energy or it could be somebody else's. We talked about gossip. We talked about success. Success came out several times. Okay? So just be mindful of that. But I'll see you guys in the next